Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! From Ohio, here to bring you my Tuesday video, which I'm hoping will be on Tuesday, because I am videoing it on Tuesday, but getting it up there's a whole nother story. So anyway, I hope I get it done, get it up here for you for Tuesday, because that's what my goal is. I did it last week, trying to do it again this week. Of course, it's a little later than what I like for it to be, but that's okay. That's okay. So how is everyone? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying warm if you're in the places where all these Arctic temperatures are coming through, and at least that's what they're calling them in our area, because that's what it feels like right now. It's pretty darn cold. I think it's like, well, it says it's 9 degrees, but our wind chill factor is like below 0, so because we have some winds out there today. But anyway, that's okay. It's winter. We're supposed to expect this type of stuff, and then we go on. So anyway, Stampin' Up! As far as the Stampin' Up! World, we have a lot going on with our mini catalog, our celebration time, which if you spend $60, you get to pick anything out that's in our current catalogs, which is the annual catalog, the mini catalog, online exclusives, the scrapbook digital brochure, that's hard to say, and all of that. So you got a lot to choose from, and then you've got the celebration catalog that you get to pick out of. So anyway, I want to let you know about that, and that actually that is going to go on the celebration till the end of February. The mini catalog is going to be good till the end of April. So we have time for that. Online exclusives are there till they're gone. You know, they sometimes get them back in and sometimes they end. You know, it's just, that's what they're about. So with all that being said, I'm going to show you my card. We are doing a fun fold. It is not my idea, and most of my ideas, I get inspiration from other places, and then put my own touch onto it. Same way with this one. And I got it, actually, it was called Tamara's Paper Trail is what her YouTube site was. And I went there and I saw it there. So, and I liked it. So that's where I got it. I wanted to let you know. I don't want to take credit for something that I didn't come up with on my own. And she actually said she got it from somewhere else. And you know, that's how it goes. It's like just down the line and down the line, generation to generation to generation back, you know. So whoever invented this little fun fold, thank you for doing that. I am going to get ready to turn my camera down, but before I do, if you don't have a demonstrator, would like to order, I would love for you to order from me. When I turn the camera down, you will see my host code, plus you will see the written link to my online store. But you will also see it in the description below this video. Click on more when you in the description, and it will take you to my YouTube channels, to not YouTube because you're on YouTube. It'll take you to my Facebook business page, my Facebook group. It'll take you to, I think, my files. It'll give you my email address. It'll take you to my store. So there's all kinds of links in there for you to look at. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down, and I hate to say, till I move her, you're going to see Moxie. And if you're regular on here, you know Moxie is my cat. And she's like a baby to me. You know, I haven't had a cat in 18 years. So, you know, Moxie's my thing. She's a kitten. She's right at 8 months old. In fact, she's getting fixed next week. She's not going to like me after that for a while. But anyway, she will be getting fixed next week. And but she is sitting here. She's actually looking at my monitor. When I turn my screen, you'll see my monitor. She loves to watch the mouse on the monitor when I move it. She wants to try to attack it. So anyway, and you'll see her right now pawing at the mouse. Yay, Moxie. Okay, let's turn the camera down. Moxie, no. Moxie. We got the camera turned down, and I am sorry that I almost knocked it over, and I'm going to bring it down just a hair, like so, and get everything in focus. There we go. That's our cards we're going to be doing. Here's my host code and stuff. And let me get my bathing cat out of the way. Mox, you make life difficult. Young lady, come on. Get out of the way. I know you don't want to get out of the way, but you got to. And you're going to knock the camera over. You're going to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Bye. Maybe she'll stay down. Who knows? I hope. But here's my cards. And you can get the PDF to my cards over on my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP, in the file section. Just join the group. Look at the top. You'll see files. And then you can click on them, and all my files are in there. The most recent files is at the top, so if you go soon, after, well, it's after 10:30, that's when it posts, you can just pick up that one on there, okay? So here's my card. I made this on my live this morning. So let me actually refresh this so I can see on my monitor that I really am in focus. So here it is. Isn't that cute? I used the Otterly Amazing stamp set, which is this. I used the otter paper, and I didn't use the otter dies. It does have dies that goes with it. They are right here. Here's the stamp set, which are the cutest little guys. And then here's the set, and it cuts out your otters. It cuts out this one, and this one, and this one. And then we have extra greenery here. And then we have this. One of these cuts out the greenery. It's this one. Cuts out the greenery. And then we have some extra pieces. Tell you what, we have a log. You cut out these little fishes. I'm telling you what, they cut out individually, and it's great. They're so little. I couldn't use them. I just didn't have it in me. So anyway, this is what we have. But I stamped my little fishies. There we go. So let's make this card. It is not a hard card at all. I'm going to set them up to the side. I'm going to bring in my supplies. So what we're going to use is a card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're not going to fold it yet, though. We have something else we need to do. We're going to bring in a piece of DSP, and then Stampin' Up! World, it's Designer Series paper, and that's going to go right here. It's 5 1/4 by 4. This piece right here is our insert right here, and this measures 5 1/4 by 6.5, and we're going to score this, okay? So what we're going to do first, we're going to glue this on. And to glue this on, you just want to go ever so lightly all the way to the edge, and you can go around the edges. Now, in her video, she tells you not to do the side edges, but I don't see that as a problem if you stick it close to the edge. Now on the card, because I'm not closing it, I have to take note what is going to be my front, which is going to be this side over here. It's going to be your right side when you fold it, because you're going to fold your card in. Moxie's decided she wants to lay down and take a nap right here beside me, because she doesn't think she can leave my side. I, on the other hand, think she can, but she thinks she can't. So she's laying on everything, and she's like, quit bothering me. I'm using Spotlight on Nature dies to cut my circle. And you know, there's 2 sets, and this one that has the little flower set up here, this is the next size down on that one, and that's the one I'm using. So let me actually put these to the side, so I can put it back up when I'm done. And I just hit the camera. It wasn't the cat. It was me. I'm going to bring in my embossing machine, and we will emboss that. Or not emboss it, cut it out. because that's something I couldn't do beforehand. You had to do it afterwards. So let's bring this in. We're going to stick our paper on here. And Moxie's like, oh, you've got something new. Let me see what that is. Moxie, you don't need to see. But I need to raise my camera so you guys can see better the machine. So I'm going to just lay this on my machine. Like so. I'm going to bring my die in. And when I bring my die in, what I want to do is center that. And I go up higher. I don't center it straight like this in the center of the page. I center it with it being up a little bit. Okay? So that you want to do. And I'm going to get a little piece of tape. Just to tape it down for a second. Because that is the best thing to do. So I'm just going to roll it through, and I'm going to roll it back because we are going through a piece of cardstock and a piece of designer series paper. So let's take all of this off. Making sure it was cut through, that I didn't have to redo it. I'm going to move that out of our way. That's big and bulky. So let's take our die off, and then we've got this. Well, it decided to stick itself together right there. I got the glue too close on that side, but that's all right, it came off. That must be why you don't want to put the glue there, right? But if you go really close to the edge, you shouldn't be able to get into that. Okay, I am going to set that aside for a minute. We're going to be using this green die, so I got to get all the little bits and pieces out of the holes. My cat loves to help me stamp. I thought I was done with that when I had grown kids, you know. Then I get a cat. Yeah, that's a tool. So I'm just poking the holes. And I use this is an old paper pumpkin box. And I keep my little brush in here and my foam mat. And that way I just use this for my cleaning of my dies and different things like that. And my die, because it has all the stuff in it, I usually take and go ahead and clean that before I put it away. Because, I don't know, some of it I don't like to put my stamps away dirty, and I don't like to put my dies away dirty. Call me OCD, I guess, about that stuff. Moxie wants my tool. Here, Moxie, go over here and play with it. So we'll put that back, and look, then we have everything in order. We don't lose it that way. Yes, it takes an extra minute, but I'd rather spend my extra minute doing that than an hour looking for a die. Because I've done that too. As I'm sure other people have also. So this piece, we're just going to lay it to the side because we can always use that on something else. So I'll stick those in with my extra dies that I have cut. And now we're going to bring in this piece of paper and we're going to score it. I did not score it yet. I wanted to score it with you guys. It is 5.5 or 5 1/4 by 6.5. That's what it measures. So let's bring this in. Move stuff out of my way. I'm going to make sure that I cut that at 5 1/4. Monty just turned the light out. Line that up at 5 1/4, and yep, we're good. So we're going to put it in here, and we're going to score it at 1 1/4. As soon as I pick up something here. Get down. No, go. Okay, 1 1/4. We're going to score. We're going to score at 2 1/2. So just bring this over to 2 1/2. Score again. And then we're going to score at 3 3/4. So we got 3 scoring marks. Now before I cut all of that, or not cut it, but fold it, I am going to stamp, because it's easier to stamp it with it laying flat. So I'm going to bring in my Calypso Coral with my little fish, and I just stamp them randomly, so I don't need to know any big detail about them, except for I need to make sure they're straight. I mean, right side up. So I'm going to just stamp fish, fish, and there we go. We have some fish. I almost stamp them in the same place because I'm used to doing it now. So you know how you get in the habit when you use something and that. So we are done with Calypso Coral. Then let's bring in Balmy Blue, and we're going to do some bubbles because our fish have to have air. They need air. So let's do some air bubbles. And you can just add them wherever you want to add bubbles. So there we go. We have bubbles. And then we're going to bring in the basic gray is the color I used to do the sentiment instead of a black. It's not as bold when you do that. So we're going to put You're Utterly Amazing, and we're going to stamp that just right here at the top. You're Utterly Amazing. And then I'm going to take a scrap and I'm going to stamp Thank You. And this Thank You came out of the Sketched Butterflies set, because Utterly Amazing didn't have a there we go. So we have all of that, all of our stamping is now done. Now I'm going to show you how to fold this card, this part. 1 3 3/4 inch line is going to be a valley fold, and you're going to fold that over like that. And if you do not know what a valley fold is, let me show you. A valley fold means that we're going down, okay? Then we are going to do a mountain fold on the line next, on the score line next to that. We're working our way backwards. This is called a mountain fold. Then we are going to open that and we're going to do another mountain fold. So we have 2 mountain folds, and I'll show you the mountain folds. These are mountains. You're going up over the mountains, okay? Then we're going down in the valley. So that's what you have. Mountain, mountain, valley. All right? So now let's take our card. We can go ahead and fold our card on our score line here and burnish that really good, so we know that we have a good score line. We're going to open that. We're going to take this card And we are going to glue just this flat side to the right hand side of the inside of the card. Okay, so let's open that up, put some glue on it. And then I'm going to take, and I turn mine sideways so I can see the top and the bottom and the side. So I just want to leave a pretty much even border around there, like so. Make sure that's glued in. So this is basically what our card's going to look like open, and that's what it's going to be shut. Let me bring the camera down just so you can see it a little bit more. See if that helps. So we're going to glue here. So in order to glue that, we're going to glue, you can see your score line here. We're going to put glue just to the outside of this. You can use a Tombow glue, or like I'm using, or a green glue. You can use tear and tape. You can use stamp and seal, whatever you want. But if you're using glue and that, make sure you don't get outside the lines of where this goes. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put glue, and you don't want to get in the way of the hole over there. So, and then I'm just going to put a little glue out here and a little glue out here, because that's not going to hurt nothing. Okay, and you can see I've got this folded on this where we did the 3 3/4 inch scoring, and I'm laying this flat. These two are laid flat for a minute. I'm going to bring my card over and I'm going to press and glue. You want to make sure you don't go over that score line in there, because then your card will glue shut. Okay, and you don't want it to have that problem. So what you want to do is just take and rub that really good. So rub around the whole card, because we've glued here. And now, whoops, that made a loud noise. So now what we do when we open our card, we have this. See how that opens? Whoops. See, I'm thinking I have to hold it up there because I got my camera down. So there we go. It's this. So what we're going to do now is find my circle that I just made and is gone, and it fell on the floor. Yep, it did. Oh goodness. It went all the way over there. We're going to take our circle, and I already have another circle, and I use the Stylish Shapes for this, and I use the largest circle. Now these circles, if you don't have the circles I have, is this one measures about 3 1/4 across. This one measures 3 inches across, and it just fits right in here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So let's glue that in, and I see a little dot that I missed up here. So I'm going to take a poke tool, if I can get a hold of one. I'm just going to poke that out. I have pokey tools all over the place. There we go. Now I think I got them all. And now what I'm going to do is when we glue this, we're going to hold it closed, and we're only going to put glue on this area between this score line and where it's folded right here. That's where our glue is going to go. And we don't want to go all the way to the top or the bottom. We're just going to put some in the middle. And I put it to where it's going to hold it down good. I just don't want it popping out on either side. And then you're going to hold your circle the way you want it to look on the front, and you're going to rub that and glue that down. Just hold it there for a minute. And like I said, you can also use your other adhesives. That works good. So we're almost done. There's that. See how it opens? Isn't that cute? we are going to take our paper trimmer and I am going to trim this up a little bit. As soon as I decide how to lay my paper trimmer. Okay, I'm just going to lay this in here. And I want that really close, so I'm going to cut that. And I'm going to turn it this way and cut that piece off. So that I have that cut really close. And then I'm going to take my thank you and cut that just down a little bit before I put a tail on it. There we go. So, and I still have extra piece left. I save pieces like this all the time so that I can use them. That works great to do your sentiments on and stuff instead of wasting a whole sheet of paper cutting it up again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to cut up the center here, and then I'm going to go from each side and I'm going to make a tail. So there we go. We have that little banner made now. I'll bring my card back in. And I'm going to glue that down, and I'm going to glue it right to the edge of the Designer Series paper. I don't need it to be popped up necessarily because we have a lot going on with our card. It flips, it pops. So we'll just glue this down. So there we go. We have thank you, you're utterly amazing. Isn't that cute? Now the last thing we're going to do is add some jewels. So we're going to take, I use these sparkle gems because I think of the way that, you know, sometimes the sun hits the water and the water sparkles, and that's why I ended up using these. And because I have them and I need to use them. That always helps too. So let's go ahead and put some gems on here. I'm going to do 5. Whoop. I missed that gem altogether, I guess. Thought it was on there. Guess I didn't check to see. I took it for granted that it was there. That's me for you in a nutshell. Well, now I can't pick them up. Turn my pick tool around. There we go. I got it. And I think I'll put one right there. So there we go. We have our jewels on our card. What do you think? I hope you guys like it and I hope you enjoy it. It's a fun card to do. And it's very, very simple. It gives a wow factor when you open it though. People's like, wow, how did you do that? I'm not going to tell you. No. I tell everything I know how to make. Nothing's ever a secret. I don't have to keep my stuff a secret. I like to share it too much. So after I get all done, I usually burnish it real good. It will fit into an envelope really well. So you don't have to worry about that. Then you can turn it over if you need to. Just make sure all of those score lines are in. So it folds flat just like that for an envelope, but then it opens up and makes a nice card. So you can stand it and it makes a nice display and whatever. So if you guys remember, if you are joining specials going on to really now, and it is really good, I would love to talk to you about that. Shoot me a message or an email, whatever. It's all in the description below how you can get a hold of me. So, and I would love to talk to you guys because it's a great special. You can get over $200 worth of stuff for $99. And if you're planning on doing an order for $99, the way to go is to join, and then you don't have to sign a contract. So you might like it and like that discount. to buy your stuff, and you'll do it that way. And if not, you can always drop. But you got 6 months to hit the monthly or the quarterly minimum when you join this time. So there you go. That's all I want to say. I want to tell you all to have a good week and we will see you again soon. Don't forget my Saturday videos on YouTube, on my Facebook channels, both of them, my group and my page. I have my Simply Saturday video going up. It'll be number 17 this week. And there's very simple cards, but they're cute cards. And we all need simplicity in our lives sometimes, so that's what's great about it. And I hope you come back on Saturdays at 10:30 and watch my videos. See you soon. Bye.